Good morning. So I just got a text from a sweet friend asking where she can find some information, like reference books, different books and stuff like that. So I've just put together some of my favorites that I want to share with y'all, so that way you can have this as a guide and you can just start ordering if you would like, or you can always just come over to my house and read the books. So here are a couple that I really like to start with. This right here is the Fearless book, and if you can see it, it says that it takes 2 hours to read, but it really does not. But it walks you through just basically starting to detox your home and bringing different products into your home. And then it walks you through just the basics of the oils and stuff like that, taking, how you can use the oils. Another book for beginners. So this is really like a beginner's book right here, but it's also really good if you've been using oils for a while and you're still a little unsure. Another beginner's book is this Welcome book. It is really, really good. It's by Jordan Strand. And I'll put the links up to all of these too, so if you want to order them, you can. Most of them you'll find on LSP, so you can always do that. But I love it because she walks you through a lot of the things that Young Living has, like the seedlings line and just like singles and blends and stuff like that, and talks about just how to use the oils and gives you some just different recipes. There's another recipe book that's really, really good. It's called Fun and Easy Recipes with your starter kit. So say if you just have your starter kit, this book is great because it gives you different recipes that you can use with just the starter kit. This is another book. It's called Flourish. So it is really good for beginners too. And it just kind of walks you through just the basics of everything. It's a really, really short read. So now I want to go into books that are really, really educational on taking it to the next level, taking it to the next step, because of the simple fact that, the starter kit is really, really good for using every single day. Like, that is what the starter kits are for. The oils in the starter kits are for you to be applying every single day. So that's just your beginning. I mean, if you're really wanting to kind of change your life and you're really wanting to change like the products that you're using and stuff like that, you have to make sure that you're incorporating, if you think about what we put on our skin and what we put around us and stuff like that, it affects us. It affects our hormones. It affects our immune system. It affects our gut. So we really want to make sure that we are using products that are going to be good for us and that are going to put good things back into our body. So MSM, this MSM Miracle, we have a supplement called Sulfurzymes, and I truly believe that everybody should be on Sulfurzymes and on Ningxia Red because of what they do. So these two books are really, really good for helping you understand why it's so important to be on both of those. Then there's another book called the Now What book. And what I love is this book right here walks you through step by step each body system and the supplements and the oils and stuff like that that are going to actually help your body with those body systems. So it's really, really neat. So say if you are wanting to put together like a 4-month wellness plan for yourself, then you can, and say you are needing some cardiovascular help, it gives you like what you should be using, which I love because it kind of takes the guesswork out of everything. Then Jen O'Sullivan, who I always kind of talk about for you to follow her. She has a page, I think it's called The Human Body of Essential Oils or something like that. I'll definitely tag that on there. But she came out with this book recently. It's called Vitality, and it is incredible. Like, she even talks about like the timing of like when you should take supplements and just everything that Young Living has, and just walking you through step by step, like target nutrition, all of the supplements, which I am a huge believer in supplements. And then it talks about like just positive changes that you can make, oil mapping. Then like just like some people always have questions on like essential oils and epilepsy, essential oils and medication, essential oil and grapefruit juice, essential oil safety with babies. So just all the questions that you are like that are lingering in your mind, she has all of those answered in this book. Another really good book is by Lindsay Elmore, and it's called 50 Answers to Common Questions About Essential Oils. So Lindsay Elmore is a genius, and I love her, and I love her Facebook page, but she also came out with this book, so if you always wanted to have a hard copy, it's a really good book to have. And then the essential oil desk reference. So every few years, they'll come out with another desk reference. So this doesn't have all the updated things in it because Young Living comes out with new products all the time. But it does have a lot of the products in here. But what I love is it walks you through like everything about Young Living and our seed to seal. And it talks about like harvesting, and it talks about distilling, and it talks about each individual oil and what you can use them for. So if you are a book person, and then it talks about certain things that you have going on, like it talks about autism, and it talks about attention deficit, and it talks about ear problems, dizziness. So it talks about everything in this book. So this book right here is a really, really good book to have. It's actually the first book that I got before I even got my oil. So I would highly recommend this book. Then there's a couple other ones that I really like. There is this book called Taming the Dragon Within, and it is all about hormones, and we as females all go through hormonal issues, so it's a really good book to have. If you are going through any emotional issues, this book right here is called Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. It's phenomenal. And then a few that I have on my Kindle, there's a book called Frugal that I'll post the link. She actually has a book out too, but I just have it on my Kindle. And it teaches you how to order like on a budget, which I love. And then it has Gentle Babies. Deborah Rayburn has a book called Gentle Babies, and it actually was another book that I got first before anything else. And it is phenomenal because if you have babies, or if you know people who have babies, or if you're going to have babies in the future, you want to have this book because it really helps you to understand like dilution, and it helps you to understand like what you are supposed to be using on your babies. And then a couple of apps that I really love is, one is the EO Bar, which that is by Jen O'Sullivan. And then the Reference Guide to Essential Oils is really good as well. So I am going to tag where you can get these books, the links. And then if you have any books that you love that I'm missing out of this list, please share with us, because it is so fun to be able to educate ourselves. And then also, if you noticed last week, I put in the announcements, it's called Important Information. And that has a ton of information as well. So this is a really good way to be able to educate yourself, because I'm going to tell you this right now, knowledge is power. And if you are really wanting to change the way you feel and the way your family feels, and you're really wanting to stay healthy through these this forever, you want to start changing things now. If you want to get your hormones in check, if you want to get your immune system in check, if you want to get your gut in check, if you have certain things that you're trying to really combat right now, this is now the time to change. And I am trying to give you as much knowledge as I possibly can, so that way you feel empowered, because I can feed you as much, but when you can find it yourself, that's when you feel really empowered. So I'm always here to answer any questions. I'm always here to help. We have tons of educated oilers on this page as well, so please feel free to ask questions. And I hope you all are having a great day, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, let me know.